You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 8 takes us on another call to pursue wisdom, basically extolling the greatness of wisdom, much like chapters 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so in a sense, you look at this and you say, this is just repetitive. But there are some unique things that happen in this section. And what I'd like to say is that there is something here to learn, there's something to hate, there's something to admire, there's something to pursue, and something to consider. And so we'll look at each of these over the next few days. So first, something to learn. Verse 5 says, "O simple ones, learn prudence. O fools, learn sense." And so the idea here is really simple. Learn prudence, learn sense. And what that is saying, in essence, is you can learn prudence and sense. Now, prudence is a word that means exactly what it sounds like, the ability to make good, sound decisions and follow them through. And another translation of that word could be cunning. And sense is actually the word heart or emotion. And so what it's doing here is he's saying, if you're naive, learn to take practical steps. If you're foolish, learn to control your emotions at the end of the day. And so it starts just this way. Does not wisdom call? Does not understanding raise her voice? On the heights, beside the way, at the crossroads, she takes her stand. Beside the gates in the front of the town, at the entrance to the portal, she cries aloud. What's significant here is this is a public invitation. It isn't private. It isn't just for a select few. Anyone can hear the invitation of wisdom and then can say, I will choose to learn prudence. I will choose to learn sense. And then it says this, verse 10, "Take my instruction instead of silver and knowledge rather than choice gold, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you desire cannot compare to her." So wisdom, learning prudence, learning sense is better than wealth and everything else you desire. Now, how do we learn prudence? A simple answer would just be to say, well, read the Proverbs, read the Bible, learn what it says about wisdom, about prudence. And that's true to a degree. But there's something else. And you know this if you have been a parent, and maybe if you've watched your siblings or others make mistakes in life. And that is, if a parent raises a child who's a fool, and what I mean by this, who keeps making the same mistakes, chances are, and not always true, but chances are that part of what happened was that the parent removed consequences early in life. So the child would get in trouble at school and it was the teacher's fault. The kid would get in a fight with somebody and the parent would swoop in and accuse the other kid of bullying and try to stop it. Now, again, I'm not saying there isn't a time to confront a teacher or there isn't bullying, but if the pattern is remove the consequence, what happens is we end up removing the learning of prudence, because we learn prudence from our mistakes. And we learn prudence from seeking wisdom, and we learn prudence from watching others pay the consequences for their mistakes. I've heard it said that either you and I will pay the dumb tax for ourselves, or we'll learn from seeing other people pay the dumb tax. So learning prudence means we learn from our own mistakes. We certainly seek God's word to teach us about what it means to be prudent and have sense. But we also pay attention astutely to how other people get through different parts of the world. Now, what's interesting in our culture today is that a lot of people are learning how to work the system. And that's not new, but in learning to work the system, what they're doing is they're saying, I've learned how to get ahead with minimal effort. And yet the people who predominantly do the best in this world are those who learn lessons somehow early in life about what it means to take responsibility, to follow through, to keep their word, to do all the things that are part of prudence, either from their own mistakes and not doing it in consequences, or from watching others, and then from the study of God's word. So today, There's something that we all want to learn, which is the way that wisdom leads to prudence and having sense.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.